Welcome to Thriver TV, the place to break free with true solutions to heal for real from narcissistic abuse and painful relationship patterns. More than just information to survive, you are granted the tools to thrive. I know it seems like no matter what you do, you can't seem to ever get the upper hand with a narcissist because they twist, they turn, they lie, they do shocking, horrible things. However, today I'm going to teach you how, despite all of this, you actually can come out on top. So in this episode, I'm going to give you 5 simple yet powerful tips that will ensure that a narcissist will never get the better of you again. But before we count these down, I just want to say thank you so much for all of the loyal Thriver supporters out there who support the Thriver mission. And I'd love to remind you to subscribe if you haven't yet already, and also please help share this video and like it if it speaks to you today. That's one of the best ways that you can help get the word out that we can heal for real from narcissistic abuse. Okay, so let's get started with the 5th best way, in my opinion, that you can get the upper hand with a narcissist. This is by not responding to their grandstanding or stroking their ego, because narcissists do this a lot. They like to control the dialogue. They like to make out that they're the authority, that they know everything. It's always about them, and they expect you to stroke their ego. Narcissists love going on about the glory days, they've got the same story over and over, and we've talked about how narcissists can be so boring because it's the same story, it's the same stuff, it's where they did this or they did that, and they'll do this in group settings. So, you know, if you're still around a narcissist and if you've worked on yourself, it's great to be disconnected. It's great to detach and just be non-interested, and don't give them the ego feed. All right, so now when you meet somebody who behaves like this, it's all about themselves, it's how wonderful they are, you know, and they're the authority and they're going to one-up your story. Okay, find somebody or something else that is interesting. Detach, move on. That's how you disarm a narcissist, by not feeding them and giving them your attention. Okay, so the 4th best way, if to be able to get the upper hand, which means take your power back. If you have to have modified contact with a narcissist, is to do grey rock. Now, grey rock means that you become really boring, okay? Because then you're not handing over narcissistic supply. Narcissistic supply is your emotional energy and attention. So answer in monotones. And what you can do if you're dealing with parallel parenting, which is joint parenting in an empowered way with narcissists. If you have a third-party communication porthole set up, something like our Family Wizard or other great ones that are out there, your response to a request or, you know, a manipulation, a bullying tactic, or what narcissists do, is to just ignore anything that's not about the children or about custody or pickup arrangements or whatever. And you answer with, this is what I will agree to, this is what I will not agree to. I won't agree to this, I will agree to that, and a very logical, the shorter the better, reason. And that's it. Because narcissists hate it when they can't rope you into something and get you spiraling into an emotional retaliation, because they know they've got to you. That then powers them up to abuse you more. And if you give them nothing, it literally takes their power away. Now, the third best way to be able to get your power back and get the upper hand with a narcissist is to do the work on yourself so that their opinion of you no longer matters. It's going to become non-relevant and it won't trigger you. So when they accuse you of being a bad person, when they accuse you of being a bad parent, when they accuse you of not caring or you being manipulating or you after the money or, all the things that are actually a projection of what they're like, but they turn it around. This is the narcissist playbook one-on-one. Accuse you and degrade you with the things that they're doing. And when you've healed up enough to know that what's important is what you think of you and what you know about you and who you know you are, and other people, they're going to drag other people in and say, well, so-and-so thinks this about you, and they use third parties. Don't bite. If you've healed yourself enough to shore up all of this, you will know that what comes out of a false self is false. It's a false narrative. It's lies. And even though narcissists are that disordered that often they believe their own BS, you know it's BS. So therefore you don't have to justify, you don't have to respond, and you don't have to defend yourself. And you know what? Narcissists sometimes will come out with something that's true about you to hurt you. But that's not their business. That's your business. You're working on this. You're healing this within you. So that's the third best way that you can take your power back. The second best way, in my opinion, is in court matters, where you can really powerfully take away narcissistic supply. And this means that, you show up. So I know and I totally understand that a lot of you have been so scared and traumatized that you don't want to be in the same room. But I really want to tell you this, that if you can heal up enough that you are no longer intimidated or scared, you can show up. That immediately puts the narcissist on the back foot. And then be calm, be factual. Don't look at the narcissist or their solicitor. Don't give them any energy. Answer the judge calmly and clearly and unemotionally. Don't try to expose that the narcissist has narcissistic personality disorder. Rather, have powerful facts that show the behavior. Powerful, unemotional facts. Okay, and that is beyond powerful. Many a narcissist have unraveled in court for all to see by you doing that. It's very powerful. Okay, now let's get down to the fifth, and the absolute best way to get even with a narcissist is to become your own powerful source. So you've done the inner work, you're healed up, you no longer have dependencies. When you are working at, you don't have to get it perfectly, but you have really embraced that this is your most important mission, is to become your own source of love, approval, survival, and security. You no longer depend on a narcissist to grant you any of that. Even if you are parallel parenting, I know they should do the right thing, but narcissists use that against you. So your whole credo and mission has become that I am going to lead the way for myself and those that I care about, because I am going to be a source of love, approval, survival, and security, which also means that my children also will learn to stop relying on people with dependencies who have no intention or use that to abuse. Okay, because it's a huge dent to the narcissist's ego when you no longer need them for anything. This means that they can't control you. They want to be the center of your universe for good or bad. They want to be able to control you with that dependency. When you remove it, when you detach and develop yourself as an adult in your body, empowered with the connection to all of source and life as your true source, then that renders the narcissist irrelevant. Can you feel how powerful that is? Okay, that's the number one way. So I hope that this has helped you realize that getting even with a narcissist is not about fighting back. It's not. I know you might have thought that when you looked at this video and you thought it was all about that, but it's not. In fact, it's the total opposite. There's an old saying, pigs love mud and they love getting dirty in it. And that's what the narcissist wants you to do. Roll around in the stench with them. Don't detach. And they hate that because it means that they've become powerless against you. Now, of course, I know that this is easier said than done. Absolutely it is. The greatest weapon that you have against a narcissist is your own dedicated self-development and healing. Detach and then really get that underway. I can't urge you to connect to this enough. This is a Thriver way to heal. That's why myself and so many others have been so successful in their life moving on from narcissists. And I'd love to show you what that entails by coming into my free workshop, which you can do by clicking the link at the top right of this video. And please remember to share this video with people who you know need it. And there's lots of people that do need this information. And remember to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, so I really hope that this has helped. I look forward to answering your comments and your questions below. And as always, keep smiling, keep healing, and keep thriving because there's nothing else to do. Lots of love. Bye-bye.